And I would like to start by defining the keywords in the subject. Let's take, for example, environment. Environment can be defined in two unique yet interdependent spheres. First, environment as a subject of location. Thus, where we are, what surrounds us, and the surrounding that we'd all like to be in. Secondly, environment as a field of science. This discusses different living things such as trees, pests, and animals, among others, and how they live or perish in the different environments. By animals, I include humans as well. Then, as we, the people of this great country, if I'm to pose a question, what kind of environment would you like to be in? Would you like to be in a place where there's too much suffering, unemployment, famine because of our own doing? Of course not. We'd all love to live a peaceful life. A life whereby if you are to grow up and you are to narrate to your children later on, you'll be proud and say that at least I was in that time and I enjoyed my life. So, I therefore call all of us to this cause. It's a noble cause for all of us. For example, if I'm to take us back to the time of famine, drought, for example, 2006 to 2011, whereby even the water level in Lake Victoria declined. Then recently, 2016, 2017, we still even hold the memories of the dining people there, the animals, the people. You can still recall how people suffered last year, how people pleaded, how people looked for what to eat but they couldn't find. Do you still think that that was a good time? Do you still ignore the call to conserve the environment? What is our duty to this environment? What is your duty to the things that surround you? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough for us to sit by and look and say that that is enough. But it calls for more than just looking. It calls for more than just sitting there and saying, yes, I can. But it's all about the action you put in. It's all about what you're going to do to add value to that little thing you see. It's all about the little effort you add to the living things around. Let's say the trees. The trees help us a lot. For example, in the formation of the rain, the shade that we sit under, the food. I'm sure fruits don't just come from non-living things, do they? No, they come from these trees. So trees could be that one thing that we don't see, yet it adds more value than we can ever think of. Then the animals around. Yes, you could fear, let's say, the wild animals. But remember, there's what we call tourism. What do you think tourism could mean? Or what do you think the importance of tourism is? This is now the moment where
the members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I welcome you all to this great gathering. A gathering that will help determine the betterment of our future environment. My name is Sunday Desire, the Minister of Environment in the Republic of Uganda, and I am glad to be standing before you in this great gathering, a stepping stone to a better nation. of it. And also allow me to define the theme. First, protection. Protection is ensuring that no harm or injury occurs on something or somebody. Environment is the immediate surrounding of man, or the conditions or behaviors that may affect a living organism or a thing. Then sustainability is maintaining something for a long time. When I look at Uganda today, I am filled with remorse. Our dear Chief Guest, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. You can bear me witness, Uganda is not what it used to be 50 years ago. Back then, 1,000 trees flourished our nation. Swamps ecologically cleansed our waters. Not to talk about the water bodies and the beautiful waterfalls and the wildlife that made our country to be given the honor of being called the Pearl of Africa. But where is Uganda now? The forestry has been dissociated. The swamps have been degraded. The air has been polluted by the very industries we have created. Not to talk about the rampant drought affecting the local people of Bujiri and Karamoja alike. For Christ's sake, people are eating rats. Is this where we are heading? The wildlife that once filled our nation is going to extinction under our own noses. The number of rhinos and lions in Uganda can be easily counted. If we continue like this, Uganda will be no more. And the future generation will have nothing but curses for their ancestors. But this is why we're here, to find a way forward from this calamity that we have put upon ourselves. Our dear Excellency, we as the Ministry of Environment have formulated objectives we believe is key to fight this disease. Your Excellency, the laws on private industries and investors, both local and foreign, should be strengthened so that the problems of air and water pollution and swamp degradation come to an end. The National Environmental Management Authority, NEMA, should also be strengthened, since this is the very body that should be advocating for this change. They need support from all ministries, like the Ministry of Information and Technology, the Ministry of Education and Sports, and even the Ministry of Environment. And they also need support from the Parliament, since they amend the laws which would be used for environmental usage in Uganda. Your Excellency, we as the Ministry of Environment plan to put emphasis on school students, since we believe they are the future of tomorrow. And in doing so, we are not only ensuring our now, but even our tomorrow. Your Excellency, we as a ministry urge that the use of polythene bags be banned in Uganda, and rather the use of paper bags, since they are biodegradable. And as I conclude, I humbly request that it be made a law for every adult Ugandan to plant a tree. And I urge all Ugandans to protect the environment, because the future of our environment is in the palm of our hands. For God and my country.
Vale, 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 vale,